And here we go, more Zotac Cup number 54 action coming right your way. And I did say that this was the last, or that one of the last pre-grid matches. Actually, this is the last pre-grid match of the day. And you've got Nercio versus Lalush, which is an awesome, awesome matchup. So both these guys fighting for a match, for a spot in the grid. Want to get into the finals, and ZVZ of every proportion. Both these guys, especially Nercio. Nercio known for his very creative play. You know, he's the kind of player that will randomly just pull off a crazy, crazy sick plays and make him work. Meanwhile, Lalush known for his very, very strong standard play. That said, you know, we've got Nercio here spawning as the red Zerg in the 12 o'clock. Meanwhile, as the blue Zerg in the 9 o'clock, Lalush. Nercio was with Against All Authority, but I believe that Against All Authority actually disbanded their team. I'm assuming Nercio is a free agent right now, or he might be switching to. Why was he switching again? I have it on my Twitter somewhere. If you look at my Twitter, if you look at the history, you look way back, you can find where Nercio is, where Nercio moved to. Meanwhile, Lalush, of course, featuring Team Millennium. Team that became really famous for having Moman and Huck back in the day. Both these players have since moved on. Huck, of course, to Liquid, and Moman having moved on to Cybernation. So close positions here on Metalopolis, and we'll see who comes out on top, which build order wins in his build order Pokemon match. We do have the spawning pool here first for Nercio. Meanwhile, gas before pool here by Lalush. So a short small deviation already for both these players. Gas coming up a little bit later. Nercio, of course, wants to get a significant Zergling count up before he can get really invest in that speed. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Lalush wants to get Zergling speed started as soon as that spawning pool does finish. So it's going to have to let Zerglings out for a significant period, but then, you know, it's going to have that speed kicking in a little sooner. And that makes all the difference. Both players now, having scouted each other, are well aware of their close positions. Lalush counting drones. And, you know, just seeing the pool come up after the gas, he knows exactly what kind of strategy his opponent is doing. Exactly, you know, I'm sure Nercio does the exact same here. We do have speed here spawning, and look at that, pulling the Zergling. So he's not going to go with any kind of roach or bailing follow-up, or he's going to hope for it to get it a little bit later. He's going to hope to go with Speedlings and be very aggressive and make those work for him. Meanwhile, still mining gas, but then again, you know, he still has not had enough gas for his speed up here, is Nercio. Nercio actually skipping speed. He's going to go for that Roach Warren instead. So go for the quick Roaches. Trademark play by him. Meanwhile, Lalush is scouting away. With speed halfway done here. It's a confrontation in the middle of the map. As soon as speed finishes, of course, Lalush is going to have the advantage with the Zerglings. But for now, it's pretty even. The Queen's going to come into play, I'm sure, shortly. But of course, he doesn't want to have happen. He doesn't want these Roaches to get spotted. Or the Roach Warren to get spotted. Even though knowing Lalush probably expects this. Otherwise, he would have seen Banelings by now. There we go, the Queen coming into play. And clearly, Nercio is skimming on Zerglings. He's making it very obvious what he's doing. Speed now finished. So what can he get done with that? Well, not too much, because the timing of Nercio is perfect. Roaches pop out just as soon as speed finishes. Of course, you know, Lalush now going for a Roach Warren of his own. But having skipped speed, Nercio is definitely going to be ahead for a little while here. He's getting his expansion up safely now. If we look at the unit counting station, we see that, you know, 10 Zerglings out for Lalush is great, but if you look at those 4 Roaches, this can do a ton of damage. Oh my god, a bit of a blunder there by Nercio, not guarding his front enough. But, well, it looks like Lalush does not want to sacrifice his links by going in there. Doing a bit of a tango behind the statue here, trying to make it happen. Picking off a few of Nercio's Zerglings, and now dashing in once again. Can he get anything done? He's going to make his way up to the ramp. Is he going to get into the middle line is the question. And how much damage can he actually do? So look at that unit loss tab. Keeping that up for you guys. And there we go, focusing down some of the drones. Every single drone in a CVZ, of course, is a huge hit. But now he is going to lose a lot of these Zerglings here. The Zerglings getting cornered. Beautiful Roach marker there. And it looks like about half the Zerglings there lost. Now, trying to take a few shots off the hatchery. We really should be evacuating. There we go. Taking every single shot he can before having to make his way back. It looks like Nercio is moving out. So traded about 3 Zerglings there for a drone or 2. And Lalush trying to expand as well. It's going to be tough to actually get this up there. Lair underway for Lalush, not yet for Nercio. And Nercio wants to be aggressive with these roaches. It's going to reach the ramp. Is at least going to force a cancel on this Expo. There we go. There's the cancel. And meanwhile, though, counterattack here by Lalush. Lalush is trying to stop the reinforcements surrounding roaches. They're popping out. Meanwhile, roaches for Nercio actually running up the ramp. But there's not going to be enough here. Lalush has enough to defend. And there we go. The roaches actually getting cut off from the ramp. Lalush being very disciplined. Very good defense here. It's going to clean up this roach force by Nercio. Great timing there by Nercio. Great. They're just skipping the speed, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Lalush just with a superior roach count. Now, who's ahead in this matchup is actually really tough to tell. You know, if you look at the unit counter station, of course, the army-wise, Lalush is going to be in great situation. But this Expo is so late. The Expo got denied. Was forced to cancel that, even though it was already behind. Meanwhile, Nercio already has his Expo up, chasing off one of the overlords. So Lalush with a superior army count doesn't need to worry about his eco. Because if he isn't behind now, he's going to be behind very shortly. Looking at the production tab, we do see roach speed underway for Lalush. Nercio not yet having started his. Pathogen Glance also going down. Interesting play here by Lalush. Once they start using those as a fester, and finally we see Lair Tech by Nercio. Very late. Bunk Crawler just moving that out to defend the Expo. Both these players now on 2 base. +1 range finishing here for Nercio. I don't believe we've seen an Evo chamber yet for Lalush. No, we have not, so no upgrades there. Nercio now with the upgrade advantage, making his way across the map, starting that +1 armor as well. I think it's asking a bit much to move in here, but he just has that upgrade advantage, of course, to make a huge difference. And there we go, snipe on that spine crawler. It's not going to finish. Who's going to get the better arc here? They're both just taking shots back and forth. Both, of course, want to be on that creep. Oh, off creep so slow. Now roach speed finishing for Lalush. That means it's almost impossible for Nercio to pull back. Are we going to see fungal there? Yeah, fungal on a lot of these roaches. That means there's no longer a chance for them to pull back. It's going to all come down to the arc, and there's nice, well, a decent fungal there. Not really a great fungal. But it is going to be enough for, again, Nercio's roaches to get cleared up. The upgrade advantage is not paying out because of those infestors coming into play as well. At least got a very good trade on his units there. He's not getting an infestation pit of his own. And we'll see what the follow-up is. 4th Gasher going out for Lalush. We've seen that up for Nercio for quite a bit. Well, Nercio's convinced that he can stick with his roach play. Now the creep being spread actually by Lalush. Nercio very thankful for that. Now big arc, and that is a beautiful fungal. And he's forcing these roaches to clump up. That means that it's easier to get a bigger, a wider arc, so to speak, for Lalush. But then again, the upgrade advantage is going to kick in. Equal amount of roaches, it's not going to be a fair fight. 0-0, and it's soon to be +1/+1 for Nercio. It's also getting Burrow. Burrow could definitely be a big play here. Roach speed finally underway for Nercio. See the way that this, and look at that Burrow by Lalush as well. Good play. The way this game has really been going, Nercio has been moving in with superior upgraded roaches, but then he realizes that he can't win the battle, but he can't retreat either because he hasn't had that roach speed. That is how this match, in essence, is going to keep itself balanced for a bit, or has been keeping itself balanced. We see Lalush now trying to be aggressive. Needs to be careful. Nice fungal there in the back, but that means he needs to engage this back, not that back over there. You know, engaging the fungal roaches. Not good, and oh my god, yes, the roaches for Nercio are so much stronger. Nice fungal there. He's trying to just use the fungal as equalized meal. There is a third base going up for Nercio as well. Should be noted. And the burrow already finished for Nercio, so he's going to be healing there. Yeah, Nercio already trying to hide an expansion here. Reinforcements now coming in here for Nercio. He slowly makes his way across the map. Knows he has that upgrade advantage. Now we're going to see fungal on both sides now. Yes, indeed, fungal on both sides. Also, this is why you want to fungal right now. There we go. Lush with a few roaches being very far up in the units in the back, not able to get into the battle. Even pulling some drones there. The drones pulled by accident into the battle. Yes, decides to fight inside the spine crawler range instead. Is losing more and more units there. Lalush now forced to burrow in his own main. Well, it is natural. The queen gonna get focus fire. This is not gonna be a good situation. Roach just popping out again for Lalush, but it looks like Nercio has got enough of a force to break his front. Yeah, the front has been broken. More and more units are gonna be streaming in, and oh my god, we'll pretend that said GG. But you will we'll just pretend that said GG. And it looks like Nercio is gonna be the last player to move on into grid. And that said, it's a quite intense match to finish the pre-grid phase up with, I should say. And yeah, once again, you're watching Kaos TV. I'm Martin, aka Mumbles, known from GLHF.tv and the Lowland Lions. Grid is coming next up, so don't go anywhere. It's only going to get better from here on out. Zotac Cup number 55 on Kaos TV.